Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below if you're so motivated to do so. This is Wonders of a Black Woman. Well, Monique didn't disappoint to let people know how much not shit she is. She's going to claim, which I think she's telling them a lie, that somebody in an airport, some old bitch, came up to her and said, fuck that nigga, about her son that made the TikTok video, Shalon. I don't believe nobody. I believe the person that said fuck that nigga was Sydney. And I think that we all have seen Sydney's true colors. And we all are seeing Monique's true colors. She has been dragging Oprah for years now. Monique said that she apologized and she is not going to continue to basically be drugged by her son and so forth and so on. She said that she apologized if she did anything wrong or whatever she did wrong, something to that effect. Well, Oprah said the same thing to her. Oprah said, if you feel that I've done anything wrong, I apologize. Because a person can feel that you've done something to hurt them and you may not understand or you may not see what you did that's wrong, but you see that they're hurting. So you could say, I apologize for whatever you feel that I did wrong, or I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm sorry if I did something to offend you. You know, you could say that. She didn't accept that from Oprah. She's been dragging this woman for about 20 years. But her own son, she can't even apologize and be humble. Look, I don't think that a parent has to apologize to all hell freeze over, but you should have some sort of humility. Because you can't just, we're all human, yes. But if you fuck up your kid's life, you can't say, yeah, I fucked your life up, so what? I apologize. I mean, you know, because you really don't apologize. You know, well, I did try to help you, so, you know, you can't have that kind of attitude because at the end of the day, God will judge you anyway. So it doesn't really matter what none of us thinks. God will judge you because he knows what's truly in your heart. So just because you buy somebody a gift after you done fucked their life up, that doesn't make up for what you've done. That doesn't mean that you need to apologize and keep apologizing, but you do need to be humble. And if you can't have a relationship, then y'all go your separate ways, but you still should wish them well. She, knowing that her son is going through mental health challenges because she fucked him up, is going to get on the stage and do this. I can't believe that Katt Williams would even bring this kind of energy onto his show, but it is called the Dark Matter Tour. Because he's bringing a lot of negative energy to his show by having this woman on his show. This is how she responds, knowing that her child has mental health issues. She was angry because a lot of the people on the internet started to give her and Sydney heat. She thought she was going to go on that Club Shay Shay interview, bash the same old motherfuckers that she's been bashing for years. And then it was just going to blow up and it was going to spin off into her being on the Katt Williams tour and everything was going to be fine. But she didn't expect for it to come around and bite her and Sydney in the ass.
I'm going to walk straight to that motherfucker and I'm going to deal with that shit. So today I'm coming through the airport in Newark, New Jersey. It's the realest thing I've ever met from Newark, New Jersey. I'm coming to that motherfucking airport, and I done just seen this motherfucking TikTok of my goddamn son. Had I known that I was going to do a TikTok the day I brought him home, I'm going to let y'all take that one. And when you see your child,
so she's basically saying she would have aborted him. He already feels like he's unwanted and unloved. You know, I don't know what kind of season this is, but this is definitely a season that we're all seeing a lot of these celebrities for who they really are. This guy is already, you made him feel unwanted and unloved. You and Sydney claim he says he's going through emotional and mental health issues. And then you take this on stage and put it the way you're putting it. She's speaking how she truly feel. No motherfucker in no airport told Monique this. This is how she feels.
For that nigga, not another. It was me. And you see your motherfucking child go on a goddamn internet and tell people all the fuck that you're not. And you supposed to take that shit in stride. And I'm taking that shit in stride. And I'm walking through the motherfucking Newark airport and this elderly woman comes up to me. She said, Monique. I said, ma'am. Because I'm a respectful bitch, baby. I'm a respect this shit old. She said, let me talk to you for a minute. So I had prepared myself for this old woman to tell me how fucked up I was. I prepared myself to be respectful, but to check if I had to. I prepared myself to listen. She said, listen. My grandbaby called me and told me to watch this goddamn TikTok of your son. And I watched that shit.
She's full of shit.
She said, I want to tell you something. I said, ma'am. She said, fuck that nigga. And when the elderly people tell you, fuck that nigga, you ain't fuck that nigga. She said, you been taking care of that all his motherfucking life. She said, Monique, I'm 80 years old, and I got a son 60 years old. And every time that don't get what he wants, he still tell me how fucked up I was when he was 10 years old. That
Wow. 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 She said, quote, I've already apologized if I've done something wrong, but I ain't no bitch that's gonna back up from a motherfucking problem. I'ma go straight to that motherfucker and I'ma deal with it. So basically to her son, she says, fuck you. That's what she says to her son. Yeah, I fucked up your life. I apologize. I got a new man's, I got new children. Fuck you. And as far as Shalon is concerned, you need to have a fuck that nigga attitude to her too. Just go on with your life. Just go on with your life, man. Don't fuck up the next generation. See, that's the challenge when you're dealing with abuse and generational curses or generational cycles of abuse. You have to forgive. Doesn't mean you have to have a relationship with that person. You have to forgive. You have to heal yourself because you don't want to be the one that somebody is looking at one day and saying, you effed up my life. You can't say, well, my daddy and my mother, they messed me up, so that's why I messed you up. You need to get yourself together because, yes, you got another child. You have a child, and you have to make sure that you're not messing up their life. So you sitting there crying and still trying to heal from what may have damaged you in the past, I think, Shalon, and I would recommend to anybody out here, move on with your life. Yes, people are human. No, so you don't have to keep trying to trace that relationship that you will never have with the person. Accept it and move on. Just like Monique was saying that she's looking for her dad stopped giving her what she needed when she turned 13. So now Sydney is her daddy and he's raising her. Sydney's not your daddy. He's not raising you. He's basically pimping you and using you. He's pimping you. He's using you. And, I would say to any of the women and men out here, whatever your parent, your earthly biological parents did not give you, and you are a grown-up, get it from God. Because that's your real creator. So whatever you didn't get from your earth parents, it's all good. Whatever God needs you to learn, you're going to still learn it. Whatever you need to do to grow in him. Let him be your father. Let him be your mother. Let him be your nurturer. Let him be your guide. Let him do all of that. Because if you're looking for a daddy and somebody that you're getting in the bed with, that goes to show you how fucked up she really is. How are you saying, oh, well, my earth father, my biological father didn't give me what I needed when I was 13, so I'm looking for daddy in the bed with my husband. Basically, like, girl, you need some serious psychological therapy. Shalon doesn't realize that Monique is doing him a favor by not being in his life and not being around his daughter. Okay? You don't realize that that's a blessing. I didn't grow up with my dad, and I wish I would have grew up with a dad. I wish I would have grew up with a dad. Well, God knew what he was doing, because at the end of the day, what if I did grow up with this guy? What kind of person would I have been? So we have to realize that, our life is what it is. You deal with the cards that you're dealt, and you make the best of your life. You don't let whatever you've gone through destroy you as a person, because you're going to have to answer for that. I think it's absolutely pathetic and disgusting that this woman, and I know she's a comedian, but I don't believe, and I just believe that she she made it up. I don't believe for 1 minute that it was real, that somebody stopped her in the airport and said this. I think that she just made that up because she does not want to say who really said F that nigga, and that was her man, Sydney. That's my opinion. That is my opinion. Release a response, but to be honest with you, he should just move on with his life. I think that karma is really coming around to Monique. People say that she's turning out to really manifest these roles that she's gotten the Oscars for, as far as Precious. To me, I saw the movie The Reading. She sort of, I never saw Precious. When people told me what Precious was about, I said, no, thank you. I'm not interested in looking at nothing like that. So I never saw Precious. I never saw that movie, because everybody that would describe the movie to me, they would have a sickness in their face when they would describe it. And, I said, something that puts a spirit on people like that, after seeing it, I don't want to watch it with my own eyes. So I've never seen Precious, but I did see the movie The Reading, and that's what Monique reminds me of. Like, she will do anything. She will sacrifice anything for money and fame. And when her son says she prays to the universe, and he made a distinction of her praying to the universe as opposed to praying to God, when you watch his videos, he's saying God didn't give her something, so she went to the universe. To me, that's code. And I think we all know what that's code for, what a lot of these Hollywood types are into. Because if you're not going to the Most High for something, or you're asking the Most High for something, and you're not getting it fast enough, or the answer is just simply no, so you go to the quote-unquote universe or go to something else, then it makes me wonder, what is really Monique into? Who is she really worship? Who is she really praying to? Be careful from where your blessings come, because if she's getting it from who I think she's getting it from, no wonder that it's always tainted. No wonder why it's always tainted. And as long as she's on this earth, it doesn't matter what she gets. She'll never, ever be able to truly enjoy it, because you could gain the whole world. But honey, it seems like you're losing your soul. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is Wonders of a Black Woman. Peace.